Hello everyone. So here is my favorite things May 2017 release in a nutshell, aka all the products they sent me, missing a couple items which I always will link to. Let's just jump right into it. There's so much good stuff. This release is fabulous, as is every month, but yeah, and as usual I'm literally just like sitting down throwing this out here, not organized whatsoever, because that's just how I am. So anywho, let's just start with the top of the stack. We have the rectangle window, word window frames, and the interactive rectangle word windows. So just like so, you've got your die cut here for the word window frames. So you can stamp a sentiment and either use just the frame die cut, you know, to frame it out, or you could die cut this from two different pieces of cardstock, two different colors, you know, and inlay them, whatever works. And of course it's sized to fit their, like tons of their sentiments will fit within these. And then the interactive ones are also rectangular, but on the sides here, it doesn't cut, it only embosses, so that you can die cut this from your card front, and then all it's going to create is a little flap that you can open, and then you can tuck in a little sentiment behind it, or you could have a sentiment on the outside, open it up, sentiment on the inside, so you could kind of continue what it is you're going to say. It's just a fun little like interactive element that's super simple, you know, to add to your cards. So that was the rectangle word window frames and the interactive rectangle word windows. That one I'm actually going to get to in a minute. There's also the square peekaboo window, which I also really like. It die cuts your square, and then on the outside of it, you're going to have two stitch lines. So it just gives it that little extra something. So you can die cut that from your card front and peek into the inside of the card, or you could die cut it from a panel of cardstock and then pop that up on your card and have little like images and stuff peeking through. I like these. They're just fun. So it's that one. And then we've got, I love this. This is the shaker flower dynamics. I think this is so fun. I can't wait to actually get some time to sit down and play with this. This will fit the MFT circle shaker pouches that are so fun. Obviously you could also just use a piece of acetate, but it's so nice having their little pouches. So you can die cut your cardstock, insert the little pouch. You can die cut this piece, which will die cut a circle with a little stitch line that can be the center of your flower. You can also use this little frame piece, like I said, with a piece of acetate, so you could pop that up and create a shaker window that way. You've got your fun little leaves. You could also use this, I was just thinking, this would make a cute little window too. It doesn't have to be a shaker. You could use that as a window on your card. Like, so many fun little things. I love the size of this, and I just think it's so cute. So that is such a fun little one. So there's that one. And then there's the bold stripes cover up dynamics. I really like this one. It's one of those ones where it's like, it's just very simple. Just, you know, rectangular stripes. But I love seeing how people will die cut ones similar to this and this one from cardstock. They'll, you know, do sponging or sprays or whatever, and then they'll adhere all the stripes flat to the card, and they'll pop up the outer portion up with foam tape, so you've got all that dimension and yet everything just flows together. You know, or you could die cut it from all different colors of cardstock and then inlay, do, you know, purple, blue, etc. Like, so fun. Or just use these for sentiments. All sorts of ideas with this one. I love their cover up dynamics. They're just fun to create a really easy background for your cards. So there's that one. And then, since we're on to sentiments still kind of here, the stitched oval word windows, last month's free was 60. I did do that much organizing this time. Anyway, so they're now available for purchase. So you've got, it'll die cut a window in your cardstock with a stitch line all the way around it. So again, you can have it peeking into the inside of your card, or you could die cut a panel of cardstock, stamp sentiment on the card front, and then have the cardstock popped up with the fun little stitched window. Kind of gives you some fun little options. So that is now available. And then speaking of the free with 60, MFT has this on all this info on their website, and I usually try to remember to link to it. But if you order $60 or more, you get a free dynamic set, which always changes. It changes throughout the month. Every month there's a new one. Every kit release there's a new free with 60. There's also FYI, because people have been telling me they were to wear. If you order $75 or more, you get free shipping in the US or a discount on shipping if you are Canadian like me or international. And then there's also discounts. So hopefully I remember to link to this. It's their shop to save section and it explains all that info. So this month's free with 60 is the Rip Strips Dynamics, which are fun. So all they do is die cut all these little notches all the way around, flat into your card front. And then you would leave it like that. So you'd stamp your sentiment or whatever on the base or on a separate layer, and then have your die cut piece layered over top of it, and then it's for your recipient to rip up. So I think that's so fun. Again, a really simple way to add an interactive element that doesn't take a whole lot of work and thinking other than like where you want to place it. So you've got two different lengths, one quite long for like a horizontal card and then a smaller one for smaller sentiments or just different areas. So really fun. So that was that one. And then we're getting into the fun little stamp set. So we've got the Beach Bunnies set, and obviously very much a water sort of theme with a lot of this. So you've got all your bunnies and of course some cute little sentiments. I love the little beach houses. I think those are so cute. Got little clouds, little ice cream cone, etc. Have a bright and sunny day. You fill me with sunshine. You are my happy place. Hey, honey bunny. Somebody, me, love somebody, you. That's cute. And there's a coordinating dynamics die set. So that will cut out all of these little images. So adorable. So adorable. So there's that one, and then this is actually one of my favorites from this release. This is Seaside Seagulls. I love just the style of this. I don't know, I just think it's so cute. And the minute I saw this, I immediately thought of seagulls from Finding Dory or Finding Nemo, and well, yeah, Finding Nemo. So, and I didn't even notice this at first, but yeah, I'm so glad you're mine, mine, mine. Day was made when I noticed that. So yeah, I want you to be as happy as a seagull with a chip. Wishing you happiness. Hey, girlfriend. You go, gull, and hello. So really cute. Coordinating die set, and I love it. Actually includes little wave dies here, so you can die cut into your cardstock, and then you can like tuck these little characters, you know, into that. I think that's so fun. And then there is stamps too, so you could stamp and emboss some if you wanted, and then die cut some and tuck your little birdies in there. So really fun. I think this is just an adorable set. So there's that one. And then there is the Giraffing Me Crazy, which is another just adorable. Something about giraffes. They're so cute, and they're kind of on point after the whole April the Giraffe saga and all that fun stuff. So really cute set, and I like how they're mirrored, so you can stamp them, you know, mama and baby and daddy and baby, etc. So you've got mirrored images of small one and large ones. And then you've got a bunch of sentiments. So glad things are looking up. I've always looked up to you. What's up? Hold your head high. Long time no see. You're giraffing me crazy. I'll always stand by you. Just adorable. So yeah. And then die cuts to coordinate. And then there is also this fun little safari tree die, which is really cool. So you've got your trunk and then these fun shapes for the greenery, which go so nicely with this set, as well as there's several other sets that MFT's already released that this would go with. So that's those. And then we're getting into the Doodled Blooms stamp set. This was a previous kit set that is now available. So you've got these awesome doodled flowers that are so much fun to color. I love the size of them. A nice substantial size. They'd be easy, just fun, and to like heat emboss, you know, do a little bit of watercoloring, copa coloring, whatever floats your boat. And then 4 different styles of stems and leaves, which I really like too. I just like the style of this. And then there is a coordinating die set. So you can die cut all the flowers as well as all the leaves. So that one's super awesome. And then we have the More Essential Sentiment set. This will go so well with all those like window dynamics, etc., etc. So yeah, tons and tons of sentiments. Hey you, hello there, love you most, I miss your hugs, simply adore you, let's celebrate you, make a wish or two. I like how some of these are just different. You get me, thank you. You give the best hugs, so sorry for your loss. The world needs more you. You are loved a lot. You are the sweetest. Just pray, forever friends, etc. So yeah, tons and tons and tons of sentiments. There's that one. And then we're getting into, like I said, these more like water theme, fabulous sets. There's so many. So we've got Birdie Brown. She finally did mermaids. So this is Mermazing, and it is like the cutest set ever, of course. So we've got our fabulous little mermaids done up. She did them up just like she does all her other characters. So they're super, super cute. So you've got those, we've got some seaweed, little fish, a little turtle, etc. So really, really, really cute. And then yeah, we're a mermaid for each other. You are mermazing. Ocean, sending you oceans of love. I need to see you soon. Yeah. So coordinating die set for this as well to die cut all of these images so you can make fabulous little like scenes. And speaking of scenes, we have the ocean waves dynamics, which you can definitely, you want to snip these apart, either bend them back and forth or snip them apart. And you've got 5 different shapes to create like water scenes. So you can use just one and create a border, or you can cut these from multiple pieces of cardstock or some vellum. You've got all different sort of shapes that you can layer and stagger together to create a fun like ocean scene, which I just love. I love the shapes of these. They're very different than your standard like swoop, swoop, swoop. So I really like that set. And then we've got the new beach scene builder. So they did a previous one, was that last month? And now this one is the beach scene. So it comes on its own magnetic sheet. So you've got this piece that's gonna cut like your sand and water for the beach. And then you've got pieces to create, you know, a palm tree and clouds and separate leaves so you can like create a dimensional palm tree, a little sun. So of course, you know, sunset and sunrise backgrounds, do some ink sponging or watercoloring and all that kind of stuff. So really fun. And of course, a lot of these images will go so well with this. It's just, I like dies like this. They're just fun to play with. So that was the beach scene builder. And then there is the mermaid tail background stamp. And the first thing I thought of when I looked at this, I was like, oh, stamp it, heat emboss it, and then do some like watercolor or color splatter. That would look so fun. Add some shimmer. This would look really pretty actually stamped on a darker cardstock and then heat embossed with like a shimmery embossing powder, because of course mermaid anything, shimmer and sparkle, so fun. So love that. And then we've got the exquisite ocean set, which is really cool. Really cool. They always do graphics of these sets. They have the stamp set and then they do a graphic of what they look like stamped in color, because of course looking at it like this, it's never the same, and I'm always just like, okay, but then you see it in color and it's like, oh, that's how it's supposed to look. So you've got like these awesome fish images, and then you have a second like a layering stamp with all the details. So you can stamp this in color and then stamp this in a darker color or in black, and it looks so cool. So they're all nicely outlined so you know which goes with which. And these ones add like the actual like fin detail as well, which is awesome. Like so fun. And it even includes floral images, which I thought was really cool. Like that just gives it a little extra something. I never really think floral when I'm thinking like underwater type scenes, but these just work together. So you've got all of that, some leaves and underwater greenery, even though like some of these you could totally use with just the flowers, like not use the fish at all. You could use the leaves and the flowers and create all kinds of things. So I just think this is a really cool set. So there is coordinating die set as well for all of these images. So really fun. I just think this is such a neat set. So there's that one. And then we've got the Ocean Pals stamp set that I think is just so cute. So this one would go really good with that seagull set too, just the similar kind of style in the images. But yeah, we've got a fun little octopus, the whale, the shark, all kinds of fun little fish. And then yeah, you're the only fish in my sea, a pinch to grow an inch. Sorry, I was crabby. Oh, I could use that one a lot. You're jawsome, you whaled it, happy birthday. They're really fun little like individual seaweed stamps as well. And then they're coordinating dies for them all too, and I like that, so that you could like stamp multiples. That's usually what I like to do. Stamp multiples, die cut them, and then you can like layer them and stagger them, etc. to create your fun little scene. So really cute little set. And then on the stamps, last but not least, we have the fun Pure Innocence Beach Day set. So yeah, she's got her fun little inner tube and her little pail, and there's a sandcastle and a little flag, and you brighten my life. You are my sunshine. Hey sunshine. Really cute set. Coordinating die set that'll cut out the image, the castle, and the little flag. So very cute. And then last but not least of what I've got, I got the new cloud stencil. This I love. Love. All these different cloud shapes all around, so you can rotate and, you know, stagger and create an entire fun little cloudy scene. So just layer down, sponge your ink, and then keep moving it around to create an awesome, you know, variegated cloud background. Love this. I'm so glad MFT sent this to me. Isn't that fun? So fun. So like I said, there's also a few other things. There's a fabulous pattern paper pack, the roses all over in pastels. There's a new pack of colored envelopes, which of course is fabulous. And yeah, whatever I didn't show in the video, I will have linked on my blog post. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna have it all linked. I can only fit so much in the description box below the video. So check out my blog because there will be picture links, and I will have links to multiple sources. Simon Says Stamp and Ellen Hudson and MFT and Scrap and Stamp. So to give everybody options. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching and subscribing and thumbs upping and commenting on my videos. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all very soon in the next one. Bye.